You are now listening to KMRO FM, aka Kamurocho Radio. It's a Yakuza podcast hosted by myself. Our guy on with me as always is Jordan.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Doing all
Look,
right.
it hasn't been 3 months.
It's only been 3 weeks this time.
Yay!
Yay! That means we're basically back in action, back in the saddle again, baby. We're doing it. We're gonna have 2 consecutive weeks where we have an episode one of these days. I swear.
It's gonna be awesome.
But it's not this week.
This week we're talking about Yakuza 4 Chapter 6, The Tiger and the Dragon, I believe is what it's called.
Tiger and Dragon.
And before we do that, we have our weekly segment called Club Sega, which has been hanging off this podcast like a vestigial organ for the past couple years. What have you been playing lately, Argyle?
I mean, aside from Final Fantasy, I guess the other game that I like played and finished was Star Wars Dark Forces, which is like a boomer shooter from the mid 90s, but it's also a Star Wars game. Because somebody recently made like a source port of it, where they reverse engineer the engine and made it to where you can play it more easily on modern hardware.
I think the thing that amuses me most about those Jedi Knight video games is that they star a man named Kyle. I fucking stream them while I'm playing, and the whole time, just like every few minutes, I'm just like, I'm Kyle. His name is Kyle. Like there's a guy named Luke, right? But that's it. There's a
Ben. There's a Luke. Like
Okay, well, his name isn't actually Ben. Klieg, Obi,
Obi-Wan.
Qui. It's Qui-Gon. Is his first name?
It's hyphenated. It's Qui-Gon, I think.
Okay, it's Qui-Gon, and his last name is Jin, right? Yeah. Is it hyphenated?
I'm pretty sure.
Qui-Gon Jin. Maybe Gon is. Yeah, you're right. Is Qui-Gon.
Yeah, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. They're both hyphenated. Yoda. That's a pretty normal name.
Well, his first name is Minch.
His first name is Minch.
Minch Yoda. Yeah. Now all of our listeners are going to be like frantically Googling Minch Yoda and screaming at their audio device.
So yeah, you play as a guy named Kyle. I didn't talk about the game because you started talking about Kyle.
We were just hung up on Kyle.
We were hung up on Kyle. I'm always hung up on Kyle. So yeah, I played the first one. It's pretty all right. I mean, it's kind of frustrating because a lot of levels are littered with fucking landmines on the floor that you have to deal with. They'll literally put them like under. Yeah, they'll literally put them underneath like items and behind doors to where like the moment you open the door, it like the landmine's about to go off in your face.
It's like you've been playing a game where another like where some kind of what is it called? Systemic what's it called? Immersive sim character has rolled through already. Like JC Denton has already gone through the level
setting
before
traps.
Kyle Katarn shows up setting traps and trip mines for you. But you've been enjoying it?
Yeah, I did enjoy it. There's a nice selection of like weapons and shit. The levels like have a like the levels look great, right? Like they've got a bit more variety than like say Doom. So like they're pretty good to look at. I'm pretty bad at navigating boomer shooters, so I did get lost quite a bit, but I did feel like that was on me more often than not. And I've played a little bit of the sequel, which is like Star Wars Jedi Academy Dark Forces 2 or some shit. It's a long ass title. In that one you get a lightsaber and you can use force power, so it's pretty cool so far.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And it also is like fully 3D, so it's more like Quake now.
Here's the fun thing. Apparently, according to Wikipedia, which is the number one free online encyclopedia, it says Kyle Katarn was made non-canon in 2014.
Yes, he's a Legends character.
However, he was recanonized by the card game in 2016. I don't know if this is true. I don't believe it. He's also in Galaxy of Heroes.
Even if he is recanonized, his role in the story would be completely different at this point, just because of the sequels now exist, because Rogue One exists, because in the first level of the first game you fucking steal the Death Star plans. Like
he was off. He was right. He was right there off screen with with Jin and Cassie,
and he got off planet easily. He just jumped. He's that good.
It's like I'm so excited for season 2 of Andor when we get to see Starkiller and his instrumental role in forming the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah.
Him and Andor are gonna get along so well.
Fucking Bail Organa all in a room, and they're gonna say, "We're making a rebellion now."
He's like, "There's a guy I can't wait to introduce to you. His name is Starkiller, and he's Vader's former apprentice, and he's gonna help you form the alliance." Anyway,
Galen Merrick.
This is enough. We've both been so thoroughly Star Wars pilled at this point. It's very funny.
God.
I have picked up Monster Hunter again. Monster Hunter World this time.
You did a little bit of Gen Alt before you went to work.
I did play. I played a good 10, 15 hours of Gen Alt. And I said, this is the time where I'm going to learn how to use Greatsword. And I did. And I'm good at it.
Oh yeah, Greatsword's really fucking good. I mean, I've only used it in Rise, but I mean,
Greatsword is ridiculous. And once you tell yourself how to, it's like, I feel like Greatsword is so much like, you just have to tell yourself it's gonna work. You have to stop doubting that the big sword is gonna hit, and like learning the little tricks. Like if I stand by the monster's back leg, it'll turn around and I can smack it in the face.
Yeah,
right. And it's just the best. Monster Hunter World has some issues, I think, but it also, nothing sells smacking a monster with a big heavy weapon better than it does in that game. And probably once I'm done with, I'm finally going to play Iceborne for the first time.
Yeah.
And then maybe once I'm done with that, I might replay Rise with the Great Sword just to see.
Rise is very, the Great Sword is one of my go-tos in Rise. It's quite.
I know the Great Sword has a lot of mobility in Rise that.
I mean, everything does.
Some people, some cowards will say it makes it too easy, but you know. I'm also sorry. I'm still looking at Kyle Katarn's Wikipedia page, and I do see that he was friends or he came into contact with Jason Solo, who is a character who is also completely not allowed to exist
I am not
anymore.
aware of Jason Solo. Is that
maybe it's Jaqen Solo? It's Han Solo's
son in Legends,
son who is not allowed to exist.
Yeah. He's got one of those, a new one now.
Right. Same with like Luke's wife or whatever.
Mara Jade.
Anyways. Yeah, Mara Jade. Okay. It's time to talk about this week's chapter. And I think you and I can both agree that this one, maybe this whole episode of the podcast should just be called Yikes.
Yikes,
RGG, why'd you do that?
There's some good moments in this chapter.
There's some great moments in this chapter.
There's one extremely bad moment in this chapter.
You know, I think we've talked about on this podcast my theory that every Yakuza protagonist gets one moment of just complete wretched, like
just like collar tugging, like ugh.
Just like Kiryu slapped Haruka that one time, and we have to just look at our friend
Akiyama
Kiryu,
had 4 chapters of being like that.
Majima
we'll get to Majima's thing.
Yeah. And Saijima's will occur in this chapter, so just keep in mind, you know, every Yakuza character gets one, and we can't let this moment forever color our view of Saejima, or I would never be able to engage with him as a character again.
We love Taiga
this
Saejima.
Is one of those things where we have to just chalk it up to it. Maybe it happened in a dream, or the writers fucked up real bad and they made a bad moment. But that's not here. We're not here. We have about a minute. This is a short chapter, by the way.
Yeah,
we've got like a minute before it happens, so let's just savor.
You watch this on YouTube, it's like 20 minutes. It's nothing.
It's 20 minutes long, and there's no moments that you get to actually walk around.
Absolutely.
Besides,
it's all cutscene and one.
Also,
fight.
this happens. Yeah, this happens directly after the previous chapter.
Yes.
So if you're not topped up on health or stocked up on healing items, which, let's be real, you won't be because you just fought Saito or whatever his name is. You're gonna have a bad time with this boss fight that you're about to do.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad, honestly.
I think there's a mental hurdle to it that makes it a little bit scary.
It's more intimidating than it really is.
So we begin the chapter outside of
it's March 5th,
Glory
5
Orphanage.
p.m. on Okinawa.
Oh, it's almost my birthday.
Wow.
2 days till my
It's 2
birthday,
days.
and it's like what 3 or 4. It's also almost your birthday. I'm pretty sure we have.
Yeah, it's a few days after mine.
Oh well, happy. I don't remember what year this game takes place. How old were you at the precise moment of this chapter? I think this game takes place in 2010.
Yeah, I want to say like 2010-ish. So I would have been 13 at this moment in time. If this takes place in 2010.
Yeah, I think it would have been 12, about 13.
Yes, that is what you would have been because
we're the same age.
Yeah, you're a week younger than me.
We're the same age, and I own every type of classic car. And I've got triples of the Nova. So we're outside Morning Glory Orphanage. Sadly, the orphans, the children, are nowhere to be seen.
We'll find out later that they're on a field trip. Where to?
Yeah, their absence is very...
Because they're gone like all
loud.
day. They're... Where have they gone?
Are they on like an overnight trip?
Yeah, what kind of field trips are like Japanese schools going on? Like...
I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of places that they could theoretically go, but I can't think of many places that they would go and be still out by. Maybe they didn't come back because, it's later we'll see that it's 3 a.m. and seemingly they're still not back. So maybe they just hit the town afterwards and went out and partied.
Yeah, they went out drinking.
They went to hit up that one street that they couldn't go on before because the Yakuza clan was there.
Oh, I forgot.
I think it was the Hatsumachi family or something like that.
I think that's the name of the street. Yeah. Section.
Hatsumachi Street. Yep.
Yeah, I remember because I called it Hachimachi.
Hachimachi. They're all fucking selling counterfeit credit cards or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And little red envelopes. Haruka is walking Mame, our good friend, our good boy that we care and love. And he gets away from her and runs down to the beach where he finds Saijima,
a giant,
a very large man in what is very obviously a prison uniform. And Haruka, being the good-natured individual that she is, decides that she should probably help this large man.
Yeah.
So presumably she gets Kiryu.
There's no way. Well, imagine if she had like dragged him. No, she's strong enough to drag him into the house.
I think
on her own.
I have
She
often
just picked him up.
I've often discussed the possibility that Kiryu has spent these years training Haruka as his successor.
Yeah,
I think Haruka is incredibly strong, and I think that maybe she did move him by herself. We're gonna have to talk about Kiryu's. We love Kiryu. We love Kiryu a lot. I'm going to have to chalk up some big deductions to his good parent scorecard this week. There are like 100 bad parenting decisions that he makes in this chapter.
Like leaving her alone with the person who's very obviously like a stranger.
There's many other things.
It's like, look.
We'll get there.
Look. We support prisoners here, the penal system.
Oh, there's nothing, prison is a human
This is a stranger,
violation.
in your house.
This is a strange man who washed up on the beach. This is a strange, large man who has a Yakuza tattoo, by the way. And Yakuza,
you can see that. Yeah, actually,
historically,
that's a good point.
in Kiryu's life, Yakuza have caused Haruka harm. And he washed up on the beach, and I just think that we need to have some thoughts about whether or not you should leave your middle school aged child alone with the big man.
Yeah.
Haruka, Saijima's been taken inside. He's on a futon. He's been out for a little while, and
he wakes
she
up.
Thinks that
he's like beat to shit. He's like all.
Oh yeah, he's all bandaged up.
He's got some one piece ass bandages just across his chest.
It's censoring his nipples because they're not allowed to show them anymore due to new laws.
Yahoo bought the Yakuza series. You're not allowed to show Taiga-Presenting nipples.
Yeah, Taiga. So Haruka thinks that maybe he was in some kind of boating accident, and Kiryu is out.
I like the line that Haruka says when he wakes up. She's like, "Oh wow, gee, Mister, this is an orphanage. We've got a lot of kids here, but we've never taken in an adult."
This is the biggest kid we've ever got.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to take care of you.
And the worst shit ever happens.
Well,
here.
so Haruka says that Kiryu is out checking in with the police. This alarms Saijima a little bit, sets him on edge, and then question mark happens. I don't fully understand the situation that occurs. Haruka goes to get up and tell Kiryu that Saijuma's awake. Saejima grabs Haruka's hand, like, wait, I don't know why he does that. And then
I assume because she was just like, hey, he just went to see the police, and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? Hold on.
He, like, grabs her wrist, falls over on top of her, and then, like, we see him, like, staring at her and, like, sweating. There's a really, really gross shot that, like,
a drop of
on
sweat.
Her skirt. Yeah. No, it's like her skirt.
Oh, yeah, then, pans like, all the way down her.
Yeah. And then it, like, he sweats on her, and then he, like, stares at her like, oh, my God. And then he pulls away and sits back down. Now, a charitable read of this scene is that Saejima has been in prison for 20 years and he has not seen a woman. That is what the game would like you to... That is the textual read. I would posit that there was no point... Nothing was lost. Nothing was lost if they had not included that for our character that we play as for the rest of the chapters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this ends up being like the reason Kiryu can tell he was in prison, but it's like there's like 500 other reasons you could tell
he's wearing a fucking prison uniform.
He's wearing a prison uniform.
He washed up on... I know that Kiryu doesn't know about Okinawa Penitentiary No. 1 or whatever, but
he wore this shit for 10 years. He wore the same gray outfit.
It's the most frustrating thing to me is that Kiryu says that his reaction to seeing Haruka, which, by the way, he was not there for. We didn't see Kiryu. Like, Haruka gets up, Saejima, like, pulls himself away.
I guess Haruka probably, like, told him about it.
Regains control. Well, he says he saw it. Anyway, she
yeah, like... maybe he saw it, or he at least saw the look on Saijima's face when he walked in.
But he has so many better clues. And so Saejima, like, Haruka runs away. And is weirdly okay with being around Saejima later, which is another big problem I have. And at this point, Kiryu shows up. And Haruka's kind of like, you know, she's trying to dance around what just happened. And she's like, okay, I gotta go do some shopping. Gotta get out of here.
I mean, I think she has, like, complicated feelings about Saejima for a number of reasons, this included.
Right.
Later on.
I mean, yeah. And so this is where we have to start, like, really knocking Kiryu down the placements of good video game dad this week. That he walks in, Haruka's clearly panicked. Saejima is a very big man, and you know, we find out later that he apparently saw what happened. I think the Kiryu I know Saejima would be dead right now.
I mean, like, I don't know, like, he's like, he sees that nothing's actually happened, assuming he's seen the whole thing, but even, you know, like, he's probably starting to put it together at this point, or, you know, like, he was, and this just finalized it, you know, is what he tells us later.
Very unnecessary scene.
Yeah, it is unnecessary.
And it's just so frustrating, because for the rest of our time with Saejima, we do have to remember that he did this, and I just don't like that.
Like, I would rather it not happen. Like, I don't want Kiryu walking in and being like, what the fuck are you doing? And, like, beating him up, or, like, I don't need any of this shit. Like, it's just...
None of this needed to happen.
Yeah.
He could have seen the prison uniform. He could have seen the tattoo.
Prison uniform, the weird way he's acting, like how he literally says Hamazaki later. Like, you know, there's about a 20,000 things he could have seen.
So
that he does see.
He literally points it out. And this is where it's like, well, why was that the thing that he wasn't even in frame for, that we, like, see him approaching before it happen or after it happens? Why is that the thing that was his giveaway? Anyways, moving on. Bad. Don't like. 0 out of 10. Cut that shit out. So Kiryu sits down Saejima, and you know, he's very hesitant to give up any personal information. Yeah. He won't tell Kiryu his name. He doesn't really want to explain what happened to him, because obviously he doesn't want to go back to prison. I thought this was kind of funny that you know, Kiryu asks him his name, and then Saejima says, "Oh, actually,
You tell me your name first.
Rude? Yeah, tell me your name first. Isn't it rude to ask someone their name before knowing yours? Which maybe that's a value that I'm unfamiliar with. That seems
like I think it's fair enough.
Thing to do. He says he's Kiryu, which calls back to Hamazaki's the last things he said to Saejima, which is, "Hey, go find a man named Kiryu.
He's trustworthy. He'll help."
Saejima says, "My name is Suzuki," which, very common last name. Yeah. I'm sure. It's probably like saying my name is John Smith. Mm-hmm. But also, I do think it's funny that Kiryu uses
the same name in Yakuza 5.
Right.
Yeah, he's trying to think of a fake name. And he's just like, what names have I heard before?
Suzuki.
Taiichi? Suzuki. No. Yeah, okay.
He's a very uncreative man.
Good enough.
So yeah, Saejima says his name is Suzuki.
He's at least not going by Suzuki on Okinawa, where it is not as common.
Right. That's true. He says it's a very common name, but not in Okinawa. But probably neither is Kazuma Kiryu, which I don't think is a very common name anywhere. So Kiryu says, like, okay, well, let me, I think that, let me help you. You need to go see a doctor or go talk to the police. You just washed up on the beach. And Saejima is obviously, once again, every time they mention the police, not super thrilled about that.
Hey, let's not get crazy here. Hey, I'm fine.
And then he's like, wait a minute. and then he stands up and he's like, okay, Kiryu, this is really serendipitous.
Let me level with you. Let me tell you the real truth.
Except I'm not going to tell you the real truth.
Yeah.
He walked out of the beach, and he's just like, Kiryu, I need you to help me to get back to Kamurocho. Which, I think it's kind of funny that Kiryu doesn't remark on Saejima needing to go to the place that he's so deeply
the one place where all of his most traumatizing events happen.
I think that, Kiryu's world is so small that I think that it's completely unsurprising. It's kind of like how Kiryu doesn't know what other countries exist outside of Japan. He's just like, yeah, well, I mean, where else would people go? They go to Kamurocho, or they
either go to Kamurocho, or you go to
Sotenbori,
Ryukyu.
Right. There's like 4 places that exist. Kiryu kind of lets the jig up a bit, because Saejima's like, just help me get to.
Well, this is when he gives Kiryu the like, I was on a sinking boat.
I was on a boat,
thing.
right?
Yeah, I was on like a fishing boat that sank last night, and one of my crewmates said, "Hey, if you're ever in Okinawa, look for this Kiryu guy."
And then Saichi was like, "Please, Kiryu, help me get back to Kamurocho. Just give me enough money for a plane ticket. I'll pay you back after I get some money."
He says, "I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for like $100,000 or anything. I just need enough to get to Kamurocho."
He's gonna take care of some business, earn some cash, and then pay Kiryu back. And then Kiryu's like, "Okay, so how much time were you in prison for?"
Yeah, he just comes right out and says it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he pieced it together from any number of things, from the uniform to, like we said, the way he looked at Haruka,
diligence
to like, he said he's not asking for 100,000. He just needs to get to Kamurocho. He's like, well, 100,000 doesn't go nearly as far these days. That might buy you the plane ticket and nothing else. It won't even get you cab fare out of the airport.
Right. And yeah, he's got, and then of course this is the thing where he brings it up, and he's like, and the biggest giveaway, which I wasn't there for, by the way, was what happened with Haruka,
right?
Who Saejima doesn't know her name, by the way. He's like, oh yeah, the girl. And he's like, you haven't had, he says, you haven't had a woman.
So which translation are you watching? Are you watching the Wilsey?
I'm watching the PS3 version.
Yeah, because in the retranslation, he says those are the eyes of someone who hasn't seen a woman in a long time.
Neither are particularly good.
Neither are good.
You're describing your like 13-year-old daughter.
Yeah,
as like a woman. You haven't had a woman. It's pretty fucked up, dude.
It's weird.
It's weird. It's very strange, and it's weird. Kiryu's the kind of guy that he's just like desperate to talk to someone who has lived his experiences. I think so. He's just like, you were in prison too, huh? I know what it's like. I was in prison. I did 10 years. We're basically the same. Is that a Yakuza tattoo? You want to get involved? Can I get involved in your business, please?
Yeah, come on. You're going to Kamurocho? Oh, man, it's been like 2 years since I've been there. I'd love to go there.
I do like that when Kiryu says, like, I did 10 years. Sajima's like, you are weak, baby. Let me show you how it's done. I've been in
I was on death row.
I was on death row for 25 years. If the cops find me, I'm fucking dead. Please let me. Please, like, I hope you don't feel bad about me being left alone with your daughter.
Mm-hmm. Things start to get pretty tense now because, like, the jig is up. Sajima's just like, okay, you know what the deal is, kind of. Just give me the money before things get ugly.
Right. Kiryu is urging Saejima to go turn himself in to reduce his sentence. I think Kiryu's logic is incredibly flawed when he's talking to a man who is on death row. What could possibly be worse than that? He has no business. This is not the honor system. Saejima, if they find him, they will kill him. Probably pretty quickly, too.
Yeah.
So it's very strange to me that Kiryu, knowing that he's on death row, would be like, you gotta turn yourself in, dude. Saejima, of all people, he's got the one sentence that necessitates breaking out more than any other sentence in the world.
Yeah, I mean, he might be more thinking like, hey, you know, a life in prison is better than getting, you know, shot to death on the streets or whatever.
It makes me think of a scene in the Monty Python movie Life of Brian where a guy is about to get stoned for saying the name of God, and then he says it again, and the judge says, "You're making it worse for yourself." And then the guy says, "How can it possibly be worse?" He's about to be killed. So yeah. Saejima says that he basically lays clear his whole plans. He wants to get revenge.
He doesn't name any names, right?
So no. But he wants to, like, avenge his boss.
Yeah.
Prove, right all these wrongs, and then after
find the truth behind the situation.
He doesn't care what happens to him after that.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have any intention of, like, living through this misadventure of his. Which is sad, but, he's been on death row for 25 years. I can't fault him for not really having a lot to live for.
Mm-hmm. Especially after finding out that, the people he cared for most are just all gone or, exploited him, presumably.
Right. When is it that... It's later that they both accidentally talk about Majima, right?
No, it's, like, right now. Because Kiryu's like, I'm not going to just help you do, like, some revenge plot, like... I've seen a lot of people go down this road and it does not end well. I'm not gonna let that happen. You gotta give me an actually good reason to go. Like you gotta make me believe that you're not just doing this to kill a bunch of people and probably die yourself.
Kiryu,
or else I will stop you right. I'll stop you right here and now. Is what he said.
If I like to imagine what's going through Kiryu's head in this scene, is that he sees Saejima. He looks at his arms. He sees the muscles getting a little bit flabby. He sees that he hasn't just had a good boss fight in a little while, and he's just like, I think I should just fight this guy right here, right now on the beach. Good thing the kids aren't around, by the way.
Yeah,
because I think they would. And good thing
Taichi would be so distracting. He'd be cheering so hard.
Good thing my beloved friend Nakahara, who is definitely in this video game.
That man's dead as fuck.
That dude is... I don't know if he's dead, but he's not in this game. He's good. No, he's just gone. Anyway,
we never see him again. I don't know if we even hear his name.
Very sad that we never see Nakahara again. So they're squaring up to fight. R.I.P. It's just sad. Let me see them. Let me at least know that they still exist, please. Can it be like they're on a field trip to the hostess club with Nakahara? They're going to the pachinko parlor.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to show them how it's done. Okay, so Kiryu and Saejima are squaring up for a fight, and this shit killed me because Saijima's like, "You remind me of my Kyodai."
Yeah.
And then Kiryu is like, "Yeah, I actually know a fucking crazy mad dog who reminds me a lot of you."
Yeah, you also remind me of someone.
Just both talking about Majima. You remind me of this dude that I know with one eye and a big long knife, and then Sajima's like, I never knew a guy with one eye.
Yeah, I never knew a guy with one eye. Couldn't be me. I'd probably kill him if I did.
I'm so glad that you're big and buff, because it means I don't have to worry about killing you on accident. And then Kiryu's like, let's just make this a little test to see how bad you want to go do your revenge plot. I think Kiryu, if I can continue to chalk up bad, irresponsible parenting decisions, I think that what you are about to do is aiding a escaped convict, and maybe that might land you in prison for that as well.
Well, look,
and I think in the interests of your children that you care for, maybe you should do your very best to stay out of prison again.
Look, this is a shonen anime. He can sense his intentions through his fists. He knows he's gonna find out if he's a good man or not by fighting him.
He literally is staking so much on his gut feeling and his quality, his judging.
If Saejima is like a strong and valiant man who is pure of heart, then he'll either win or bring Kiryu to a draw in a fight.
And he'll get a taste for his heart by engaging him in combat.
By hitting him with a tiger drop. It's time for a boss fight.
So, yeah, let's get to that. So, this fight is fucked up. You, after playing, if you played F-Zero first, you play 5 video games as Kiryu, and now it's your turn to fight.
4 video games.
Well, with 0.
0, 1, 2, 3.
With 0. 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I guess this is...
Because you haven't played as him in this one yet.
Yeah, this is your 5th video game with Kiryu in it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And you are fighting Kiryu as a boss. He can do all of his moves. He can tiger drop you. He can Kamaki
He's got like the dodge attacks.
You.
Yeah, he can do the Kamaki guard break.
He's only got like a health bar and a half, which to me,
yeah, he's not
either you caught him without his staminums, because we find out later that they have no groceries in the pantry, which is another thing I can't wait to talk about. Or he's like going easy on Saejima.
Well, Kiryu saw what chapter it was, and he's like, "Oh, it's only chapter 6. I can't be too hard. It's only his. It's only his chapter 2, and he just had a really hard launch."
I just think that like he, you know how like in Metroidvanias, like Samus, like in Metroid games, Samus loses all of her power ups at the start of the game. I think it's just that like in that interim 6 to 7 months or whatever between, or 1 year between Yakuza games, he's just trying to be on the down low, and he just kind of loses his...
I mean, that's kind of canonically what happens. Like, every time
he Komaki
meets up with Komaki, Komaki's like, wow, you've really, like, you're out of shape, dude. I need to teach you how to do the tiger drop again? The fuck's wrong with you?
He has no muscle memory. So yeah, I guess that's the justification, and it's very funny because... cutscene Kiryu is such a different guy than the one we play as. So, even after you could lay the smack down on him, not get hit a single time, dodge every single one of his attacks, and just absolutely ruin him. But then by the time the cutscene is over, they're on equal footing. They're like
doing
tied up grappling. Yeah, they're like grappling on the beach. It's kind of funny to me that I should also say, by the way, the first time I did this fight, I literally thought it was one of those boss fights you can't win. I just was like, well, I've got no health.
Time to just put the controller down and
put the controller down and
sit back and relax.
And then you lose, and then it's like reload and try again. I'm like, my like connection to this game series and how bought in I am about Kiryu made me as a player think that there was no way I could beat him in a boss fight, which is very funny. But yes. You beat him, and he's fine. You didn't actually beat him. Haruka sees them fighting on the beach and tries to break them up, and then Saijima's just like, ow, oof, ooh,
ow, oof, my bones. I've realized that I am injured once again. Ow.
Where did he get his... Did we see... He didn't get shot by anyone, did he? He just fell.
No,
he just was probably battered around. He
got he got beat a million times over the head and chest with a baton. So that probably
he got sniped a few times. Some grenades got thrown at him. He dove from like a 5th story tower into the ocean. He did do that.
Yeah, that probably hurts. And then like he washed up here. He did not swim to this beach.
Right. He is having a bad time. So he collapses. Kiryu and Haruka bring him back inside. Right. While they're fighting, I forgot this happens. When he's
like collapsed on the ground.
Yeah, he's collapsed over, and he goes like, "How am I supposed to face Hamazaki?" And Haruka's like, "Shit, what? No,
fuck.
what?
No, oh, God damn it, fuck."
That child is traumatized. That poor child is traumatized. Even the mention of Hamazaki's name is like enough to really freak her out.
Yeah, she saw the guy like rich her dad's guts out all over the fucking street.
Yeah, and this is where we have to chalk up some extra bad dad points. Haruka's clearly very scared by this man and his connection to Hamazaki.
And Kiryu's like, I would forgive Hamazaki right now if he walked in and he was earnest about...
This dude holds his grudges so fucking...
God.
Like in Yakuza 0, he is ready to kill Shibusawa as just for like the crime of wanting to be the Dragon of Dojima.
Oh, look. He had done a lot of other shit by that point.
He had done a lot of other shit, but he was like, I am ready to kill you over this. Hamazaki.
I don't think it was really about being a dragon at that point.
All the other things,
and also,
that Hamazaki...
he was a lot younger and more hot-headed.
Listen, though. He's gonna forgive Ryuji. He forgives everybody. Oh,
Ryuji did nothing wrong.
Ryuji was such an innocent boy. He was such a good boy. So yeah, he's like,
I think it's okay to not forgive the guy who like cut your whole belly open. I don't know.
He cut his whole belly open, and Haruka's so scared of him.
Yeah, like just the fucking mention of him. She's like, we cannot trust this man. Like, I don't think we can trust him.
And he's like, men like us, Haruka. You've seen some of us are good and some of us are bad.
Maybe Hamazaki has changed. It's been a whole year since we last saw him.
Dude. Hamazaki was actually probably
the man's like 50.
Kiryu doesn't even know the extent of Hamazaki's crimes. Like, we saw him blow up a restaurant owner in this first scene for no reason.
He does not know about the mama birding that Hamazaki did.
He asks Haruka, like, what her judgment... This is, Kiryu's training of Haruka. He's like, I need you to make snap judgments about a man's character just by looking at him. She says, I don't think he's a bad guy. And then he says, okay, well, that's all I need. I'm going to go shopping and leave you alone with the big man.
And Haruka's like, wait, hold on. It's like midnight. Where the fuck are you going to get
So
food?
First of all... Kiryu, the father figure, the owner of this orphanage, there is no food in this entire building. Nothing this guy could eat. He has let the provisions run out, and it's 3 a.m. and this idiot man is like, time to go shopping. Here we go. All right, Haruka, I need you to babysit this big, large man on death row. Who, like,
we'll find out. He is almost certainly lying.
Right.
He's not even going to get the food. He's just going so he doesn't, like, embarrass Saejima on his way out.
Right. Oh, by the way, he says there's a big bag by the door. Can you give it to him?
Yeah. It was on the beach when he washed up. Haruka's like, wait, I don't remember that. Oh, well.
There's a big bag full of money that he definitely had when he washed up here.
Mm-hmm.
More time has passed. Haruka falls asleep.
Yeah, it is now 3 a.m. Yeah. Saejima wakes up. Yeah, Haruka's dozed off a little bit, but she wakes up too. And she gives Saejima the bag. She's like, "Hey, this is yours."
I do
mister.
like this. She like hoists that bag. It is very heavy. And then he opens it up.
It's almost empty.
It's empty. It's very funny. What is that bag made out of? It looks like a bowling ball bag to me.
Yeah, it looks like a carpet bag or something.
All that's in there is an envelope full of money,
a note,
and a note.
I don't think we found out what the note says.
Oh, and some clothes.
Oh right, yeah, those are some big fucking boots. Maybe those are really heavy.
Kiryu has just an outfit prepared for if the largest man he's ever seen walks through.
Yeah, that does call into question. Imagine, if he has this outfit. I mean, this is adult-sized clothing. Did he buy these for Saejima, or did he have this? Has Kiryu
He bought them for one of the orphans, and he just, he's not a good shopper, and Haruka.
What size is Taiichi? He's like in a men's extra large, right?
I'm guaranteed.
I'm a big
Haruka
kid.
does all the shopping for the kids.
He'll grow into
their clothes. And Kiryu just wants, she's like, Oji-san, can you go out, I don't know, Taichi has a class presentation today, and he has to dress up. Can we go get him some nicer clothes? And he's like, what would a young man like Taichi want to wear? Well,
we know it went so well in Yakuza 3 when he...
Right. He's a big kid. So, what, size men's XXL?
Yeah,
big and tall.
Yeah, like a 3X
huge boots,
shirt, a big long
by the way,
coat.
A cool late 2000s like medallion necklace type thing. Yep. I do not. That is the funny shit. That Kiryu.
The funniest part to me is the camo pants, like the camo
pants. Like Kiryu really knew this man's style. He is like making a fit. This is like when Nishiki took Kiryu to the suit shop. This is Kiryu paying it forward for Saejima. He's like, I'm going to make you your look. This is...
Well, he doesn't keep it, though. He gets his iconic looking 5, and that's the one that he holds on to.
Well, this is his prototype. This is
a prototype, because the one in 5 is pretty similar.
It's similar. Big coat, baggy pants, big boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, boots with the fur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to know where that necklace came from and why Kiryu. Is that like stat boosting items? Is
Kiryu had bought that for one of the hostesses at the club, and he just never like.
It's such a fucking. It looks like one of those things you get out of like a capsule, like a gachapon machine at the grocery store when you're a kid, and you go, "This is the coolest shit I ever fucking seen."
Yeah, it's like, oh damn, they got like the cool gothic shit in the gachapon
right, it's like
this week.
It's like a shiny, like kind of angular, jagged, like metallic kind of deal.
Like you can get that, or you can get like a ring with a skull on it. Like
right, oh yeah.
Ooh,
we don't see it, but he's also wearing a mood ring. He's got his signature attack, Essence of Sticky Hand.
Yeah, I was about to go for the sticky hand. Yeah.
Before he leaves, and also, by the way, there's like, I don't know, I can't remember. There's like 200,000 yen or a couple 100,000 yen in the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
And before he leaves, he's like, "Hey kid, thanks. Also, by the way, my name's Taiga Saejima. You can tell Kiryu that."
I love his delivery on the way he says his name. He's very nice. He's a nice man.
Saejima's got a good heart.
I like him.
We all can agree. He's not so bad. He's not as bad as he seems. Except for that one thing, which we
except for the one thing which we're never going to talk about again.
Yeah, we never get to talk about it again. He leaves. Haruka comes back. She says Saejima left, which this was the point.
No, not Haruka comes back. Saejima walks out, and the second Kiryu, he is like outside the gate, Kiryu walks back in.
Because Kiryu knew that he's
Kiryu, waiting. He's
waiting for him to leave. He's trying to help protect his pride.
Yeah.
And Kiryu's like, he'll be fine. Haruka says, yeah, Saejima left. I was kind of hoping, by the way, that Kiryu would be slightly familiar with Saejima. I mean,
that was before his time. That was like,
I guess
years before he joined up.
He was, it was 1984 was when he was busted, or I think in 1983,
84, 85, I think,
something like that. So yeah, I guess he would. But like people, we meet the young Yakuza when Kiryu gets out, and they say, "Oh man, Kiryu Kazuma is a legend. He's, the Dragon of Dojima." So I don't know. I would think that Kiryu would probably have heard of Saejima, but I guess it doesn't matter at all. Just the thing I think about.
Yeah.
I also do think it's amusing that in all of their years of knowing each other.
But I mean, like, Kiryu was like an established, like he was an officer in the the Dojima family when he went in, right? Like he was on his way to getting his own family becoming a patriarch.
Yes,
Sajima's like a bottom rung goon.
He's bottom rung, but he killed 11 people.
He did kill a lot of people, right?
He did probably one of the biggest hits in Tojo clan history. I mean, I have no.
But like by the time Kiryu joined up, like all of that had settled out. Like they
I guess maybe it's one of those let's brush that one under. Let's never speak of this again.
Yeah, because like they made the whole deal with the Ueno Seiwa. Like they wanted to just like forget it.
But even still, I think it's funny that Kiryu that Majima, I guess, in his shame, in his regret, he never brings up Saejima. I'm more wondering what if Kiryu has ever asked Majima how he lost his eye.
Never had the time, I guess.
Never had the time. I guess, they don't really hang out, do they? They just kind of encounter each other and fight.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, contrary to what a lot of fans love to believe, which you're allowed. I'm never gonna hurt.
I support you.
I support you. And
I believe you.
Kiryu,
I think you're right.
But these two men are, they're acquaintances, and they seem to run into each other a couple times a year, battle it out, and then ask each other to do various favors. But also off screen, they're best friends, and possibly they love each other. We'll see, depending on who you ask. But that's it for the chapter. An interesting one for sure. It had that, I would say it was about 20 minutes of a good chapter.
Yeah.
21 minutes, 30 seconds of a good chapter.
Yeah, then there was 2 minutes that was just real bad.
I think that it's very fun to get to fight Kiryu for the first time.
It is fun.
It's very satisfying, and I do, I don't want to be huge spoiler territory, but I do remember watching the press the trailer releases for Yakuza. What was it, Yakuza 7? And that's the next time you fight Kiryu is in that game. It's just any game that you're not playing as Kiryu, I guess you get to fight him. Well, yeah, 5.
Yeah, I mean it's
actually,
I don't
know
think you do in 5.
It's just such a fun
maybe you do
way to turn the tables on the player. And I think the thing I love about it so much is that as a player what he is capable of. Because you have inhabited him for so many games. And the fact that they do a really good job at putting his moveset into action. I actually kind of wish that this fight was a bit more... Or
a bit harder.
Wish we got
like I said, it's too early in the game. They couldn't make it actually properly difficult. And as you said, it is right after that long battle. Your health doesn't refill.
I wish that you got to really have a fight with him on equal ground. But I think that once again we have to worry about the dissonance, the cognitive dissonance of can we as a player accept that Saejima could beat Kiryu in a fight? Because we know Kiryu, and we know that nobody beats Kiryu in a fight by design. And this is the pitfall that they have to encounter every time they want to offer him up for the players to have a go at. Is I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I buy it. I think fresh out of prison, fresh washed up on the beach. He's injured. He's tired. He's malnourished.
I mean, that's why he ultimately collapses and just has to give up.
He collapses, but I think he'd be bowled over like a piece of straw. I don't think that he would stand a chance.
If Kiryu really let loose,
I think they should have made it. I think they should have made it. If I was making this game, it would be a fixed fight. There would be no way. You would hit him. He'd be blocking every single attack. He'd be tiger dropping the shit out of you. Saejima would go flying into the rocks.
And then Saejima would be like, I'm too injured for this. I can't actually beat you.
Just to keep it a little ambiguous. I think that if you're, the Yakuza series is a series where the protagonists are all superheroes to the players. It's Majima and Saejima and Kiryu.
They're hero units,
Yakuza. They're hero units. They're Yakuza legends. They have superpowers, basically. So, having this question of which one can beat the other is I don't know if we should ever be asking that question. Because I guess it's fun to think about, but also I think that Kiryu should have just chucked Saejima into the ocean.
Back into the ocean. Let him deal with the sharks.
And then he could have been it's not fair to beat up a dude who's hurting so bad. This isn't...
He really, I could sense it, even in his injured knuckles.
He could say, maybe someday we could have that rematch. And they never do, but
and they never do. You're waiting on it. Yeah, it's like it's like Yugi and Joey, in Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like you never see them actually, have their one final duel where they're like, all right, who's actually like better? Who's winning this?
Or like Amuro and Char, like
the end of Rocky 3.
Right. They're the only possibility for like if Kiryu and Majima went all out on a battle, like a real fight, even footing, they are fighting until one of them drops. I think it would end with both of them dead. Like like Majima when he fights Kiryu is just like, hey, let's go. Mm-hmm. Usually. Anyways, that's enough about power levels and
fights.
Okay, but who would win in a fight? Superman
okay, Master Chief or Kiryu? Yeah. Master Chief does not have his armor on. That would not be fair.
This is the thing about Kiryu, though, and I said this before. The problem with Kiryu is that he never loses a fight, and he has so much determination. He doesn't give up. So I think that like I have trouble imagining that he would lose to Master Chief. I think he would go for it. I think he would beat him because he's got pockets full of staminums. He's got heat. He can use the environment, and most importantly, he never gives up.
All right, great. So we've got before we wrap up the show, we do have one question. We forgot to put out an ask for question. Although this has actually gone on for longer than I thought it would, given how short the chapter is. So
I know,
this is actually going to, like a
reasonably long episode.
Yeah, a reasonably long show. We've got one question on our Dolce to Postcard channel. You can join our Discord to ask us questions, or just join the discussion. Talk to people.
Link to join is at the
it's in the description in our Twitter bio. Yeah, just go there, have some fun. It is from friend of the show Dan. Big challenges. Outside of the Yakuza series, what are your favorite examples of a video game boss fight that's the protagonist from a previous installment, and addendum, or just the protagonist coming back as an NPC in general?
That's a really hard question because I'm having trouble.
The only one I can really think of, but I think is a really good example, is Red in Pokemon Gold and Silver.
That's classic, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like the classic example of this, I think. Right. And it is great. Like, he's like stronger than anybody else in the game. His Pokemon are all like an absurd level. I think in Heart Gold and Soul Silver he's even stronger too. He's got all the starters, Pikachu, Snorlax, and some other thing. I think he's got like in one of the EVs. He's just absurdly difficult to beat.
You know what is coming to my mind that's a very good boss fight in a video game is when you fight Roxas as Sora in Kingdom Hearts 2. That's a pretty cool one, and I like that, it's like Keyblade on Keyblade action. I think Roxas has 2 Keyblades if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
anyway,
it does.
That's
I think I watched Giga play that. Yeah,
and I think it's sold pretty well. Is there ever an instance of that in a Platinum game? By the way, I'm trying to think. You fight Jean as Bayonetta.
But Platinum doesn't make a lot of sequels.
The thing that Platinum does
it's like basically Bayonetta is the only game of theirs that has a sequel.
This isn't quite the same, but Platinum does a thing that I love, which is fighting a dude who's basically your character.
Yeah, like, so of course Jetstream Sam.
Yeah, Jetstream Sam, or what's his name? The
Prince Vorkin in Wonderful 101.
And his space pirates, known as the whatever. I
forget what they're called. His guys.
That's a fun one, but yeah, I think if I had to pick fighting a previous protagonist, Sora and Roxas is pretty good. Mm-hmm. But I'd have to have someone like point out to me what other.
I would like to hear some more examples because I can't really think of any.
But I do agree that. I mean, I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, but the fact that you can go back and fight Red and he's super strong is cool.
Yeah,
as fuck. I like it. It's really cool.
So yeah, that's been.
I also kind of dig that. Oh. Yeah, never mind.
No, go ahead.
Never mind.
No.
I kind of dig that. I kind of dig that in Pokemon, the first game's protagonist is like a set character that like exists in the world. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's like that for the other ones, but I feel like because it's such an
I don't think any of the other ones have come back. But like Red is in. He's also in fucking.
Isn't he in like all of them?
He's in Sun and Moon. He's not.
Yeah, he's on vacation with.
Yeah, he's on vacation with Blue. They're married now. So like Red at least exists as like I mean all of them exist, quote unquote, but none of them have come back in any of the other games. I think it's only been Red. So yeah. That's our questions for the week, and that's our show for the week. Jordan, where can people find us on the internet?
They can find us on twitter.com/Kamurocho Radio. Wait, is that right?
I believe so.
Is that right? Yeah. I need to set up our URL back at yakuzapod.com, but I think my payment expired and I need to fix it. But you can find us on Twitter at Kamurocho Radio. You can find me on Twitter at BradipusRex, and I'll advertise my Tumblr, because why the fuck not? You can find me on Tumblr at PunishedBreakfast. Argyle, you are on Twitter at Argyle_funk.
That is correct.
It's going to be one of these days, podcasts are going to end. We're on Co-Host, Twitter, Tumblr, Hive, J-Rock,
I mean, Dan does like a link tree on his.
That's a pretty good idea.
Or I think it's a card, because I think Linktree had some issues a while back. But yeah, something like that just collects all the places.
Steam page, Amazon wish list, my OnlyFans.
Yeah, you can see what panties to buy me. No, it's so yeah. You can find me on Twitter at Argyle_funk. You can also listen to my Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. It is called Pod of Greed. That's POD of Greed.
Are you watching 5Ds yet?
We just recorded our first episode on 5Ds, and I'm really pissed because it's 2.5 hours long, and I gotta edit it. So I think that episode is gonna come out before this. It should be out before this is out, if I do everything right, and But yeah, give that one a listen. We're excited. Apparently the show is good. I haven't watched any of the episodes yet, but we're optimistic. We're excited. So go check it out. I'm on co-host, but I don't do anything on there. I haven't even followed anyone on there, so don't look for me. And that's it.
You were hosted by the Noise Based Network. Lots of great shows on there. I recommend 0 to 0, which is about superhero movies, but not Marvel ones. Like not MCU
right now,
ones.
It is about Blade and Fantastic Four.
No one's really sure what movie they're watching right now. Also recommend, let's see, you can listen to, I think it's called Gay Friends Chainsaw Dog Sanctuary.
That is correct.
Is about Chainsaw Man.
Yes.
If that's your thing.
I need to listen to more of that. I only haven't because I haven't kept up with the anime.
Anyways, thank you all very much for listening. We'll be back next week with Chapter 7, which I didn't get the name.
Chapter 3, which is, I don't know what the name is.
25, according to the PS3 version, it's called the 25-Year Blank.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's kind of a cool chapter name. And we will be taking Saejima to Kamurocho.
Finally.
Thank God. We'll be able to play as him, but we won't be able to do karaoke with him. Or
I mean,
freely.
Yeah, we still won't be able to really go wherever we want. We will basically still be in a prison of our own making.
Saejima can never be free. Anyways, see y'all next time, and as always, Kiwami means extreme.
Bye-bye.
Bye. つけろ大和魂あげろか